I've always kind of thought there's two kinds of art. There's art that has context, and there's art that exists on its own. And photographs, when they're done well, don't need context. And that's the most interesting part about photography to me, is that they are a little piece of reality. It's taken out of reality and put in this convenient package of a photograph. It's the old cliche, it's 1,000 words. It's funny because people think of photographs as being documents of reality when it couldn't be further from the truth. Reality is always changing, everything's moving. A photograph stopping time is the most unnatural thing you can possibly do. So it doesn't document reality at all, quite the opposite. It's surreal in the most basic sense, not real. That's pretty neat. You know, I never thought about it that way until I started getting into making images. I never saw them that way. And as soon as I did see them that way, everything changed.
I don't know what you guys did this weekend, but I announced that I was running for the presidency of the United States.
Well, I think politics is important. I'm a political junkie without being a photographer. It's our civic responsibility to know about these things and to be interested in them. And for the most part, people aren't, except when it gets to be, you know, a celebrity thing. So my interest in politics is deeper than photography. You know, politics is sort of life in a lot of ways. For me, it's, you know, it can border on paparazzi photography, and that's probably a dangerous place to go to. And you got to be careful of that.
Church, but hold on for just a second. Charles Haynes.
It's interesting to think about music, which I spent a long time studying and was really serious about. It's all about getting from one place to another. You know, if you start at a note, you want to end up at another note, and how you get there, and how you tease the ear, whether meeting expectations or not meeting expectations, to get to the next place in the melody or the chord progression. That's kind of the craft of music, and it's all about moving from one place to another. Whereas photography is about stopping in one place. As I matured as a musician, I got more and more interested in music that didn't move very much, because I wanted that chord to last forever. I wanted to sit on that one piece of music, you know, without going somewhere else. So Unity, New Hampshire was a town where Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton split the vote evenly in the Democratic primary. When it became clear that Barack was going to be the nominee, they decided they would join up there and have a little rally to kind of mend fences, apologize to each other, because it was a pretty hard-fought campaign, and to move forward as a unified force. Hillary kind of betrayed her emotions in the photographs I have of her. She was pretty tense. As you can imagine, she just lost this campaign, and she was here to make nice, but perhaps didn't really feel it. Mostly when I look through the viewfinder, I know what my subject is, and I'm looking at the background and trying to move my little frame to a place where everything is pleasing, and then I take the picture. But there's nothing to it except instinct. In the digital age, people are so tempted just to machine gun photos and get the good one later. You think about all the masters back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s when they could take one frame, wind their camera, take another frame. It's a very slow process. You know, I'm guilty of taking too many pictures too, but on my more disciplined days, I'm much more slow. and methodical. It's a funny thing to think about. Just all it takes is this little motion to make something. And sometimes that's a pretty neat thing, and it all happens just like that.